Excuse me. Hi everybody. Filming a show about an emergency winter shelter, snow cave, whatever you want to call it. It's supposed to get down to negative 15 today, or tonight rather. It's positive 16 right now, and so I got this big snow mound, and I'm gonna start digging and make a shelter. This is the snowiest year it's been in a while. I'm going to make my entrance as small as possible so it's easier to plug. Oops, sorry. Okay, so there's ground. So, cool thing is, excuse me. Yes, it's going to be negative 15 tonight. Inside my shelter, if I got it sealed properly with a vent hole, it will be at least 32 degrees, if not a little bit warmer. So with my heavy duty sleeping bag, I'm not even gonna notice the cold. But so I'm gonna speed things up a little bit and get this thing rolling. Okay, so it's only been a couple minutes and I'm that far in. The snow is really packed. I'm gonna get my little metal spade shovel out so I can start rounding it and stuff. I don't want to go any higher than here for the entrance because I want to be able to put my pack up against it and block the snow and wind and everything. So I'm gonna grab a little shovel and get to work. Okay, so as you can see, excuse me, I got you can see a little bit of daylight coming through, so I don't want to go up anymore, but I want to go. Okay, so camera kept getting too cold and shutting off, but here, hopefully you can see me. So this is it so far. Been working on it for about an hour. The snow is a lot harder than I was anticipating, but I'm up on a hill naturally and everything slopes down that way. Sorry if it's a little foggy in here, I don't have a vent yet. So I'm going to dig out a little bit more space here, enough to get my sleeping bag and sleeping pad all laid out, and then I'm gonna set up and yeah, go from there. But yeah, this is a lot of work. It'd be nice if I had a sled. Second person would be great. If the snow wasn't so hard packed. It's got chunks of ice in it and sticks. I found a tennis ball, oddly enough. But so yep, I'm just gonna go that way probably about 3 more feet. I'm gonna go that way about 3 more feet, and I'm gonna go back about 3 more feet and then raise everything up. to probably about this height right here, because I don't want to make it so big that I can't trap my own heat in here. So, it's probably 4 feet from the ground to my ceiling. I'm going to take a trash bag and fill it with snow to help plug the entrance as much as possible, because I don't want that cold air coming in tonight when it drops down to 15 below. I mean, my sleeping bag, it's rated -25. I've tested it plenty of times in pretty cold weather, and it's kept me nice and warm. As you notice, I don't have Trigger with me. I think this would just be way too much for him, being cooped up in a little snow mound. He's definitely way too hyper for that stuff, but he'll definitely be with me in future videos, and definitely in June. I got him some dehydrated dog food. I tested it, he liked it, didn't upset his didn't upset his stomach at all or anything, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna do a gear video for that, and I don't know, probably end of May, something like that. I don't know, first week or two of June, I guess. First week of June, because the second week of June is when I'm going. But yeah, everything's coming along, I guess you could call it, as best it can. But yeah, the snow is just rock hard in here. Holy smokes, I don't have to worry about it collapsing on me. But so that's it so far. I sometimes wish I was a little bit shorter. I'm 6'2", and I'm pushing about 270 right now. Another reason I can't wait till summer gets here, so I can lose some weight, get my beach bod back. But so toodaloo for now. Okay, so I got it dug out as much as I need it in order to put my sleeping system, whatever you want to call it, out. Took me, let's see, it's 4 o'clock. I started at about, I want to say 1:45. So it took me almost 2 hours to get it dug out, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not anywhere near where I had envisioned it. Actually, in my mind, when I thought about this trip, this was going to be dug out 10 more feet that way. I was going to have a raised bed, a shelf. This was all going to be nice and open, but I'd be here till midnight doing that. So, and you really don't want a lot dug out anyways, because you're trying to trap your body heat, you know. So I got my smoky gorilla, chill gorilla thing. This I don't know how well you can see it. This thing looks like cottage cheese now, or string, or cheese oh Pete's. Like I got brain freeze. This thing's got a lot of holes in it from fires, and it smells like smoke, which is actually kind of nice. But I'm gonna lay this out, and then I think I'm gonna lay my wool blanket down. Then I'll go drag my sleeping bag in here, and then put the inflate that sleeping pad and put it in there, and then pretty much hunker down for the night. I know it's early, but I got stuff to plan out, and things like that, and I'm sure I'll ramble with you guys, or to you guys rather, here and there. But yeah, this thing, I think this is going to be a ground tarp for now on. Triggered, shoot a big hole in it with his board, evidently. So, yeah. There. Okay. Got my pot and pan, my little coffee pot, my plate bowl that somehow got dirty. Let's see, my little pillow. There it is. A wool blanket. I guess we'll just stand right there. This is just going to help insulate me from the ground. As best it can. That's the great thing about wool, is it can get wet and retain quite a bit of its R value. There, good enough. Okay. That looks comfortable just the way it is. But I'm going to go grab my sleeping bag now. And I got an old junk blue tarp that I'm gonna put my sleeping bed, or my hiking pack, in the doorway, and then I'm gonna cram this blue tarp around it to help keep the cold air from coming in. I still do have to put a vent in, but I need to find a stick or something to do that with. Probably gonna put it right about here, I think, just to help let fresh air in and whatnot, so I don't like die of carbon monoxide poisoning or anything silly like that. So I'm gonna go grab that stuff. I will be back shortly. Okay, I got my sleeping bag strung out. As you can see, it's starting to get dark. I got my vent hole poked in. Now I'm gonna try to hair up this sleeping pad. A little bit chilly in here right now, just because, you know, it's not, we're not sealed off yet. Two parts. This might be a bit of a challenge. Maybe I should have blown up the pillow first. There. There, it's supposed to be self-inflating, but I don't know. I don't think it works that great. Okay, I'm gonna call that inflated. Aw. This is my first time testing this out. I just got it. I got it on flash sale or whatever you want to call it on Amazon. It's iForest Outdoor sleeping pad. I'll give her a good test today, or tonight rather. Other pillow. There. I did end up leaving a probably about 4 or 5 inches up here, maybe even 6 inches up here, and it drops down a good foot or so. So in theory, all the cold air should go down, and I don't know if you guys can see me. All the cold air should go down, and the warm air should stay up. Like I said, in theory. So I'm gonna take all these little bags, and this is all my batteries and stuff. I'm gonna shove these into my hiking pack. My gloves that I guarantee you are going to be frozen in the morning because they're wet. Grab some stuff out of here. Brought some hot cocoa, which I'm going to make here pretty quick. Gosh dang it, sorry. There we go. Hopefully you're not too crooked. Got some hot cocoa. I'm going to make that. I bought this Mountain House scrambled eggs with bacon freeze-dried thing from Walmart because it was clearanced out at $2.50, which these things can go all the way up to $10 each, depending on what you get and where you get them. So I got this just to try it. Got my coffee for in the morning, and tonight for dinner I dehydrated sweet and sour chicken. I'm going to make that here just in a little bit, because you can build these to where you can have fires in them, but I'm not even gonna run that risk. So I brought my little jet stove, which will work just fine. Let's see, I got these glow sticks that I don't even know if they still work. I'm probably gonna mess with those tonight. Extra batteries. Oop, there it is. My spoon. Okay, so that's pretty much all I really brought with me, or more or less. I've got my Neligen, I think I said it right, 32-ounce water bottle. It actually holds about 34 ounces, 35 ounces, something like that, if you fill it all the way up, which I did. I'm going to drink a little bit of it here shortly, but I'm going to use most of it for cooking and what have you. So, set these pockets up real quick. I also got these emergency candles. I seen them at the corner store this morning, so I bought them. They're only they're just under $4, which, you know, you probably get them cheaper at Walmart, but it's a convenience store. I got these for two reasons: one, light, and two, it'll help heat. They're supposed to burn 8 to 10 hours and produce a fair amount of heat, so I'm hoping that's gonna help keep it warm in here. And if that don't work, I've got my flask, which has a little bit of, I didn't fill it all the way up because I don't need it, but it has some Evan Williams Tennessee honey whiskey in it. Pretty good. I'm gonna take just a little taste right now. Ooh, yeah. Oh man, holy smokes. Yeah, that goes really good with Coca-Cola. And I got this little light. Okay, so I'm gonna drag this other junky blue tarp in here and try to seal this as best I can to help keep that cold air out as best I can. Oops. Got pushed it too far. There. Brr. My hands are cold because I didn't put my gloves on. Okay, I didn't seal it 100%, but that's fine. Should still help quite a bit. Oh man, my hands should help quite a bit still. You can see how close I got to the surface. You can actually see quite a bit of light coming in here still. I don't know how well that, yeah, the camera picks it up pretty good, but yeah. So I got her a little thin. All right, there's my vent hole. So yeah, that's my main vent hole. And unfortunately, because I won't be able to get this tarp all the way, there's a vent hole there, and a vent hole there, and a vent hole there, and one there. But I've camped in colder with less shelter. So, okay, so I think I am going to light one of these candles just to kind of help warm things up in here a little bit. Move my coffee cup because I think I'm going to put it right there. Where'd the little metal thing go? There it is. There we go. They come with these little metal deals they sit in for, I'm assuming if you're using it at your, or in your house, you know. There we go. Okay. I'll warm my hands up just a little bit here. But yeah, this is this ain't too shabby. Come on, lighter. There we go. Oop. There we go. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah, we're gonna let that burn and maybe. Okay, there it goes. Now it's burning. Wow, that lets off a lot of light in here. It's not even dark outside yet. I can only imagine how good that's going to be when it gets actually dark. And yeah, it lets off a decent amount of heat. So yeah, plus there's enough vents that I don't have to worry about carbon monoxide. I think I'm going to light this other one and put it somewheres. I don't know where's. Don't know where to put it. But we're going to light it first. I think I'm going to put it right there because heat rises, right? They teach us in science class. So, I don't need my eggs quite yet. I'm going to put those there. Taking shove this box over here to help block some of that. Wow. Block some of that cold. Hot cocoa I think I'm going to make here real quick. Just to help warm me up a little bit. I'm just going to make that in my, I'm going to boil some water in my little teapot here. I love this thing. Come on, there we go. Set the plate over here too. Thing's about half full. This thing just in this little tiny case, and it's got a little striker. And what you do, oops, I don't want to peel that off. You just take and like that. You flip all these out. This is how you, oops, there we go. This is how you adjust the flame. I'm going to be bringing this with me in June also. So you just take it, screw it on top of one of these. And find a, and a mostly level spot here. Yeah, that'll work, huh? So I'm going to take and pour some water in here real quick. That should be plenty of water for some hot cocoa. I did bring extra water just in case. So, there you go. back on. Okay, there you go. That's it. I'll even move this so you guys can see it. I can make the flame smaller or bigger. I'll put it right about there. But yeah, that's all there is to it. So here's where I put my other candle. It's actually not that bad in here. I mean, considering tonight it's supposed to be -15 out. I think with these 2 candles and that, and then I'm gonna eventually crawl inside my sleeping bag, but not right quick yet. Not right yet. Not right yet. But excuse me, sorry. So yeah, there it is for now. I'm gonna let you go, and when I get to the hot cocoa, we'll get back with you. Okay, if you can hear it, the water's boiling. It's been 5-10 minutes, something like that. Like I said, that little rocket stove thing works awesome. I'm gonna sit you right here so you can hopefully see me. I'm gonna, oop, wrong way. I'm gonna shut that off. Oh. Okay, where did I put, there it is. My coffee cup. Uh-oh. 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 There we go. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to pour this right in the coffee cup and then hot. There we go. Then I'll add the hot cocoa mix. But, see how hot that is. Make it a steam room in here. Oh, shit. Maybe I should have been paying attention. A little bit too much water. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to set that there for now. My hot cocoa. I'm going to set that right there for now. Where's my spoon? There it is. Okay, that is going to be piping hot, so like normal, I'll probably try to take too big of a drink away right away and burn myself. Yep, that is going to hit the spot. Okay. This is what it's like with one lantern in here. That definitely adds some light, huh? Excuse me. Yeah, just enough water left for dinner. So it's a good thing I decided to bring some more water. Oh, man. I might end up putting those in my sleeping bag with me. So, put the coffee right here. And that little cubby I dug. I'll put that right there. Stay in there for now. because I'm not gonna, I don't think I'm gonna start dinner quite yet. Actually, you know what sugars. Oh wait, yep, that's right, never mind. I was thinking to myself, oh man, I forgot my knife, and I remembered I grabbed my little knife. Excuse me. Because I didn't need my big knife. So I'm going to take the remaining hot water and I'm going to pour it in here just to kind of start the process. Oops. Okay, I'm going to dump hot water all over my leg. Gosh dang it. There we go. Okay, that's gonna start the process here of rehydrating this, because it is, you know, there's rice and chicken and everything else in here. So there we go. I'll stick it in here so I hopefully don't dump it everywhere. There we go. So I'm gonna let that soak and yeah, burrs. I don't know if these things are good. They sound frozen. So, well, I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my hot cocoa. It is 5:30, so I'll probably start dinner about, I don't know, probably 6:30. So, yeah, burrs. But yeah, so I don't know, man. Kind of excited about this. I don't think I've ever done this, even when I was a kid. You know, I've been doing this stuff since I was a kid. Not to near the extent that I am now. I'm gonna put my hat on, keep some of the heat in my brain. But I tell you, this is nice. I'm getting lots of views. Just need subscribers still. So subscribe. I don't know how I'm going to show up in the camera, so either over here or over there, or maybe there. You'll see a little bell looking deal. Click it. That's how you subscribe to my channel, and you'll get notified every time I upload a new video or whatever. So, but all right, I will let you guys go for now. Okay, so I soaked that in the remaining hot water, and it's actually almost done already. So I'm going to add just enough water to go over the top of the food. I'll set this here just in case I need it. And like this. There, that lit. And okay, so excuse me, we've got that on. Let's this supper for tonight. I'm gonna let that boil for a little while, and once it's done, I'm gonna scarf it down, and then I'm gonna crawl inside my sleeping bag. It's a little bit chilly in here. It's not, 700 degrees or anything like that, but outside with the wind chill, it feels like 4. So I'm not gonna complain too much. But I did forget my thermometer, which kind of frustrates me. But I'm guessing it's probably about 20-ish in here, is how it feels. I mean, I could probably take this coat off, but I just want to retain as much body heat as possible right now until once I crawl inside my sleeping bag, then I'll lose the coat and snow pants and the boots. But yep, so we're just gonna keep relaxing, and I'll get back with everybody when supper's done. Okay, supper's just about done. It's really steamy, as you can tell. I'm gonna dish this up here in just a second. I gotta remember where I put my spoon. Roll.
Way home.
Put my spoon somewhere. My gloves are frozen already. That's super. Put it in my pocket for some silly reason. No, I did not put it in my pocket. Oh, here it is. Okay. It's a little soupy still. I think I'm gonna take the lid off and try to boil some more of this. Oops, a little bit more of this moisture off. I don't know if you can see me or not, but here I am. It's actually comfortable in here. I'm a little bit chilly. I got a little bit wet from digging this thing out. This was a pain to dig. It honestly was. But if excuse me, if you were lost in the woods and you happen to have a shovel and some other random stuff, and you came across a big pile of snow or made a big pile of snow, you could build a shelter and stay warm. If I had more time and the snow was softer, I could have dug it up more and then built a fire in here and just dug a hole through the top for a chimney, and would have kept me nice and toasty, but I didn't have that kind of time. Just boil just a little bit longer. But yeah, I'll definitely be bringing this little stove with me, in case it's raining or if I can't for some reason find firewood. I'm gonna bring this stuff with me. I've got 7 dinners, I think, or 8 dinners maybe, and 1 lunch. I've got 5 breakfast made already, dehydrated and vacuum sealed. I've got to do a couple more breakfasts. I'm going to do pancakes at least once. And I might try to make some muffins. I think if I bring a little bit of aluminum foil and kind of sit them on some coals, or maybe even line this pot with aluminum foil, I think I can make a giant muffin. So I might try something like that in June. I'm hoping to catch some fish too for lunches and dinners. You know, I want to pack enough food just in case I don't catch any fish, because I'd rather have too much food than not enough food. I'll be up there 8 nights, or 8 days rather, 7 nights, something like that. And, it's a round trip. It's roughly 30 miles, I think, 35 miles, something like that. Not including the adventuring and stuff like that. My first walk to the first spot I want to camp is 10 miles. So I want to make sure I get up early enough to be able to get to where I'm going, set up camp, and get dinner going. And then the next several days are fairly short walks, a couple miles to the next spot I want to camp at. And then I'll be able to do some fishing and exploring and stuff like that. So really excited for that trip. June can't get here soon enough, unfortunately. But, oh well. Okay. Yeah, it looks pretty good to me now. So we're gonna let this, oh man, let that cool down. I can't see anything. I think it all come, almost all come out of there. I got a couple of things left to purchase for this trip. I'm gonna bring some Crisco with. Okay, let me set this here to cool down a minute. Sorry it's so steamy in here. Okay, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's supper. I'll let this cool down just a minute so I don't burn my mouth. Sorry, I had to get a picture. But yeah, it's pretty toasty in here right now. You know, it's not hot. Oops. But it's I'll tell you the outside temperature real quick. According to the weather, it's 10 and feels like -5 outside right now. So it's not near that bad inside. I'll tell you that right now. Excuse me. Chicken's a little rubbery, but you know, that's to be expected. Everything else is perfect. That's good. So yeah, it's almost 20 to 7 right now, and I'm gonna get a full belly, and if I can remember where I put them, I brought some Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies for dessert. Man, it's warm. This was leftovers I dehydrated the other day and turned out just about perfect. Like I said, then, you know, the chicken could have been a little bit better, but everything else is perfect though. Not too hot. That was tasty. I am going to place this up here by my coffee so I don't lose it. All right, well, I'm going to let you go for now. Excuse me. There's plenty enough in there to... Actually, I'm going to put this... Yeah, that's fine there. Plenty enough in there to do eggs in the morning. Those freeze-dried eggs. First time I've ever had freeze-dried eggs, so I'm not 100% sure how well they're going to be. But it says to add a cup of boiling water. Stir carefully and close. Let stand 5 to 6 minutes. Drain the excess water, blah, blah, blah. Excuse me. So, yeah, that's going to be exciting. So, all right. Well, I'm going to let you go for now. I'm going to strip down here real quick, and then we will, once I crawl inside my sleeping bag, I'll put those cookies. Oh, ha! Found them. Let me eat a cookie real quick. With some hot cocoa. So, anyway, I'm going to shut you guys off. I'm going to strip down right quick and get situated inside my sleep bag. Then I'll turn everything back on. And I'm going to devour these cookies right quick with some more hot cocoa. Okay, it is 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my sleeping bag, not all the way, but most of the way. I am probably gonna zip her up here real quick. It's a little bit chilly in here. You know, I'm in a big pile of snow, so you can't expect it to be 75. But you know, if I had a little collapsible wood stove or something like that, it would be nice in here. To be honest, excuse me. Ugh, dinner coming up. Anyways, no, it's nice, comfortable. My bed's on a little bit of a slant, so my head's up here. My feet are a little bit chilly. I kind of wish I would have brought an extra pair of socks, but I didn't think about that. Take these glasses off. Excuse me. I got 2 candles going. You know, they let off a decent amount of heat. That's a little warm. But I got that one lantern going. That's the one that I got too close to the fire and it melted it. I can't get the bottom off, so I'm just going to leave it on all night. Just in case. It is completely dark outside. I finished my hot cocoa and my yeah, these glow sticks don't work. Really dim. Maybe if I warm them up a little bit. But anyways, I finished my hot cocoa and ate my Girl Scout cookies. Yeah. These things are garbage. Barely even glow. That's sad. But, so now I'm just relaxing. I'm going to let my stomach settle a little bit. I think I might take a little snoot out of there and probably go to bed. And whenever I get up, I'm going to make some eggs and pack up. So, but I just thought I'd check in with you guys, and here's my bed. I got extra room. I don't think I slid my air mattress in my sleeping bag far enough, but that's fine. We'll make it work. So, but all right. Really wish I would have brought my thermometer so I could tell you how warm it is in here. I mean, clearly you can see my breath. It's gonna get cold tonight, but it's you know, it ought to stay pretty toasty in here for the most part. And once I get inside my sleeping bag all the way and zip everything up and what have you, I'll be nice and comfortable the rest of the night. But okay, we'll talk at you guys later. Bye. Well, I am curled up here in my sleeping bag, and I think I am going to crawl down inside and hit the bed or hit the hay or whatever. But it's nice and warm up here. I don't know. I was trying to feel where it felt like it was getting colder. But anyways, it's come on, watch. It's almost 8 o'clock. It's a little bit early, but yeah, I got up early and pretty tired. So I am going to go to bed. I will see you guys in the morning. And there's my shelter, my candles. Good morning. Woke up a little bit ago. Had to pee, so hurried up and got dressed and did that. It's pretty nice. I was pretty toasty most of the night. Didn't really get cold at all. It's warm in here. It honestly is. It's negative 17 degrees outside, and it's pretty toasty inside here. I'm really impressed. I want to say it's negative 17. I'll double check. Negative 16. But the wind chill is negative 25. But yeah, it's I slept pretty good. Air mattress is ain't too bad. You know, I don't think it's frozen again. Sorry about that. Forgot what I was saying. Oh, I don't know. Slept pretty good. Yeah, I kept a few things inside the shelter with me here, or inside the shelter. Jesus, inside my sleeping bag, like the water. It's cold, but it didn't freeze. I should have kept my coffee cup in here with me because it froze. Lid froze on again. There we go. But yeah, slept pretty decent. Woke up maybe once, maybe twice. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of try to warm this up a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna get some water going here and get these eggs started and get some coffee in me. Definitely use some coffee. Got a slight headache. I don't know if I don't know why, but I've got a slight headache. I know that much. Okay. spot I carved out for a lantern right there. But oh man. That little jet stove thing again. I actually bought, oh shoot, probably 2 years ago, I bought these, my original pot and pan sets, and it came with this thing. I went, what do I need that for? I'll never use it. Oh, I love this thing now. There we go. Ah. Quick, get some water going on this. I don't know how much fuel I got left. I gotta order more. Man, so cold, the water's steaming. Jesus. Oh, that's more than a cup, but I'm gonna throw my coffee in it after I get this to a boil. So yeah, I'll let that get boiling. Stupid glow sticks. And yeah, we're doing freeze-dried, pre-cooked scrambled eggs with bacon. This ought to be interesting. But I gotta add a cup of boiling water. Oh man. The whole top of this is solid glass now from the heat from the candles, I'm sure, and that thing, and the steam, and me breathing. It would take a army tank to collapse this thing. Vent hole stay open. Oh yeah. My vent hole stayed open. Oops. Oh, well, that's a plus. I kind of wish I would have made this just a couple inches higher. Keep bumping my head. Thank you, Cam. So, yep. Like I said, not too shabby. But yeah, I slept fairly decent. I'm sure I'm gonna be a little bit sore this morning, but not too shabby, or not too bad. I need to quit saying not too shabby. That's silly sounding. But you know, if this thing were a little bit bigger, I probably could have even brought Trigger in here and he'd have been just fine. But yeah, it is what it is. Oops. Just put my stove out. Gosh dang it. Really? This fuel might be too cold. Gosh dang it. That's one thing I didn't think about. There. Hopefully that'll keep it going. But yeah. So I'm going to let this water get boiling. And I'll get back with you guys in a little bit. I had to turn that off. And, well, actually it shut itself off. I had to warm that bottle up a little bit. It's only got about, excuse me, it's only got about that much fluid left in it, so it's like quarter full maybe. But it cooled down, and anybody knows anything about propane and propane accessories, and butane knows that it doesn't like the cold. And I didn't think about that last night, or it would have been in my deal with me. I can hear it's already starting to not want to work properly again. Hopefully it lasts long enough to get that water going. I don't know, there's actually enough heat coming off those candles that if I had some kind of a deal to hold my coffee pot, I bet you I could probably heat the water with them, honestly. Yeah, this thing sounds like it's dying again. Gosh dang it. I'll be back. Okay, so this is a pain in the butt. If I shake up propane a little bit, it burns good for a second. The water's not quite to boiling yet. It's getting warm. So yeah. Oh well, what do you do, right? It should be boiling here before too long, I think. It's steaming pretty good. It's definitely hot, but it's not boiling. So, yeah. Oh, man. Where'd my pillow go? But yeah, this is definitely an experience doing this. It was nice, to be honest with you. Just it's fairly decently warm in here, you know. I mean, my coat and stuff is a little cold. My original pair of gloves were frozen solid, so I dug out my other gloves. They're a little bit damp now because I crawled out and had to pee. Excuse me. But other than that, I'm gonna start boiling. Probably hot enough to do these eggs up, but I don't want to be wrong. You know, I made some dehydrated bacon and eggs for my June trip. I'm excited to see how that goes. These will be interesting. It says 1.5 servings, so evidently you can. This thing went out again. Evidently you can feed 1.5 of your friends. All right, I gotta try to get this stuff warmed up here. If I had enough water, I'd be able to just dump this hot water on here and make it warm, but I'm gonna see if I can just rest this pot on here because the pot's pretty warm. Try to warm this stuff up a little bit, because this is starting to get irritating. Shove it inside my pocket here. Oh well, lesson learned. I won't have this issue in June. That's the other great thing about that stove. All my food's dehydrated, so all I gotta do is boil a little bit of water and boom, done. So I could grab 2 of the smaller cans of this stuff, and which equal 1 big one. So I guess I could just grab 1 big one. But anyways, and have you know, if this thing were working right, that water had been boiling by now. But I didn't quite think that one out. Man. It's definitely chilly. Oh, the snakies. Stick it in my armpit. Try to warm it up just a little bit more. Oh man, what do you do? So I'm gonna again say goodbye for now until I get this silly ass thing figured out. Oh well. That's what life's about, learning lessons, right? It's really warm right here where these 2 candles are sitting. Alright. Okay, this is becoming a pain. I've got to shake this thing to keep this fuel going. Water's almost boiling. Okay, just had to switch the battery out. That water's hot enough. So I've got to add a cup roughly to this and stir it. Oops. So I'm gonna bust out my spoon. Smells like eggs and bacon. I've got to seal it up, and I got to let it sit for 5 minutes. It's definitely warm. I'm going to do my coffee a little bit different this time. I was going to put it right in my cup like a tea bag, much as I think you're actually supposed to do it. Excuse me. Best part of waking up, coffee in my cup. We're gonna let that sit for a little bit too. Yeah. This here back. This will work really good in the summertime, but yeah. Let that sit for a little while. Oh, man. My feet are a little bit chilly. But it's still not that bad in here. I mean, considering it's so freaking cold outside. You know. Excuse me. I'm impressed with how much heat those candles let off. Oh, man. So, I will be back in 5 minutes. Okay, it's been at least 5 minutes. So, now I've got to carefully pour the excess water out of here, which I'm in my shelter. This is easier said than done. Oops. Okay, I think I got all the water out of there. Smell mostly like eggs. If they resemble eggs. Let's see if they taste like eggs. Wow. Well, I'll say this much. They don't have the consistency of fresh eggs. But it's food. I suppose if you ate them all the time, you'd get used to it. I can kind of see why it was clearanced out. Yeah, that's an acquired taste, I think. Not my cup of tea. I like my dehydrated eggs better. See how my coffee turned out. I don't have any creamer, but I like coffee black too. Not as good as the way I normally do it, but it's pretty good. Holy smokes. Yeah, those eggs are definitely an acquired taste. I don't think I will be purchasing those again. But like I said, you know, if you ate them all the time, you'd probably love them. But I don't know, when you make your own dehydrated eggs, which I should probably do a video on those. They just taste so much better. They're just like a fresh egg, and those clearly are not. Oh, yucky. Yeah. So, well, I survived the night. It's cold outside. It's not that bad in here. I really wish I would have grabbed my thermometer, and I apologize. Maybe I'll do another video like this. I don't know. But I just don't want to burn the idea out. But it is, it's comfortable in here. If I wouldn't go completely crazy from being bored, I would actually be able to stay in here all day. But I think I would go bonkers just sitting in a cave. But if it were a real survival situation, you know, easily I could sit in here. But yeah, it is what it is. So I'm gonna drink a little bit of this coffee. I'm gonna start tearing down camp. Man, so I'll see you here in a little bit. Good morning. Well, this is Ryan with Ryan Outdoors, and I am calling it a trip, a successful one. So please hit the subscribe button, and we'll talk to you guys later. See you next trip. Next time, this is Ryan with our Martin Outdoor Adventures. Bye.